On episode 251 of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the riveting movie Cocaine Bear. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
Okay, so we just got back from seeing Cocaine Bear. What do you give this one, April?
I don't really want to rate this movie. I was so disappointed. A 2.
Okay, I'll give this movie 2.5 stars. We'll tell you all about it right after these two trailers.
All right, the first trailer was Renfield. It's really... This is about a guy that works as a henchman and familiar to Count Dracula and finds a new lease on life in modern-day New Orleans when he basically falls in love with a feisty but aggressive traffic cop named Rebecca Quinley. The release date is April 14th, 2023, starring, of course, Nicolas Cage. I adore him.
That's Dracula.
Yep, and I think he's going to do a good job. Nicholas Hoult and Awkwafina.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Awkwafina, too.
She's good.
I love watching her, so I'm actually looking forward to this movie. It looks kind of like it's going to be silly, but good, so...
You go ahead and do that.
Okay, so the next one is John Wick Chapter 4, and hopefully for me, it's the last John Wick movie, but who knows. John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table, but before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy and powerful alliances across the globe and forces that turn old friends into foes. This has a release date of May 27th of 23, and it stars Keanu Reeves, Donnie Yen, and Bill Skarsgård. All right, you want to do the storyline for Cocaine Bear?
Sure. The storyline for Cocaine Bear, inspired by the 1985 true story of a drug runner's plane crash, missing cocaine, and the black bear that ate it. This wild, dark comedy finds an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converging in a Georgia forest where a 500-pound apex predator has ingested a staggering amount of cocaine and gone on a coke-fueled rampage for more blow and blood. Lord.
Of course, we didn't write that, so. All right, the genre of this falls in comedy and thriller, and it is directed by Elizabeth Banks, and as a director, she's known for Charlie's Angels, Pitch Perfect 2, and she did one of the shorts in movie 43. And the writer was Jimmy Warden, and he's known for The Babysitter and Killer Queen.
All right.
You want to throw up the cast?
I will do. Keri Russell, who I adore from her Felicity days. Alden Etheridge, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ray Liotta, which was his last film. Isiah Whitlock Jr., Brooklyn Prince, Christian Convery, Margo Martindale, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Kristofer Hivju.
It works for me.
Okay. Hannah Hoekstra. Ayoola Smart.
There you go. This has a runtime of 95 minutes, which might have been 5 minutes too long. I don't know. We'll talk about that in the pace. And this was rated R for bloody violence, gore, and drug content and language throughout.
Yeah. What do you think was the theme and the tone, Tim?
Pure silliness. I mean, it was drug use and silly mayhem.
Okay.
Really, I don't think it really had a theme per se.
True.
So this is based off of a true story.
Absolutely.
I did a little research on the true story before we sat down to record this. This actually happened. That the drug smuggler actually fell to his death in a neighborhood in Knoxville, Tennessee.
True.
The bear actually ate a bunch of cocaine.
True.
But he died, or she died. It was a female bear, died within minutes of ingesting like 50 pounds of cocaine. Oh. So other than that, that's where the true story ends.
I want to say that I thought the acting was great. That wasn't my issue. It was just with the fact, I guess, of the whole movie, the storyline.
Well, I don't know about you, but I had very low expectations for this movie.
Well, I had high. I thought it was going to be funny. I thought it was going to be, I don't know, more riveting or something. And it just wasn't.
For me, I was expecting silliness. And I got plenty of silliness. And a lot of times when these type of movies were silliness, I'll sit there and I won't even laugh. I'll have to admit, there were times that I chuckled in this movie. I don't know if I got a gut-wrenching laugh out of this movie, but I did chuckle several times.
I did not.
And we'll go down to special effects. I thought the CGI bear was awesome.
Absolutely.
And that's what really made me laugh. It wasn't the humans in this movie.
That was good.
It was the antics of the bear.
I also thought the direction was better than we expected, for sure.
Uh-huh.
And what about the rock and roll? I thought some of the 70s for the music was good.
Right.
Right? Cinematography, Tim.
Yeah, average, you know. I'll tell you, when we go down to the production and design about this, because there's nothing really special about this. But what I thought was really weird and interesting, this film was filmed in Ireland, right?
It's weird.
And it's based in Georgia, and Georgia has a huge, thriving film industry. Why wasn't this basically filmed on location?
I don't know.
I don't know why they needed to go over to Ireland to film it, but, you know, who knows?
And the editing, I mean, there was nothing special. Now, I want to talk about the pace for a minute. It moved a little slow for silliness in particular, I thought.
Yeah, like I said, I thought, 95 minutes was a little long for what this movie was trying to do and get across. I mean...
Yeah, and I want to mention on the acting, I mean, obviously, Margo Martindale, I'll see anything with her in it. I love Keri Russell. I needed to see the movie. It was Ray Liotta's last movie.
Absolutely.
But I just went in with high expectations. I think that was the issue. But what do you think about the dialogue?
Some of it was just awful.
Cringeworthy.
I mean, we've lived here in the South for 19 years. And to me, this was another one of those movies that kind of makes Southerners look stupid.
I know, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're anything but. So.
Agreed. Story arc. I guess it's what you would expect.
Yeah, it was what you expect. There wasn't really any story arc. Was there any main character? Because it was kind of an ensemble cast. There wasn't really a main character.
Right.
I guess Keri Russell was the main character.
I guess so.
I don't know.
And I mean, she was fine. I thought the kids did a good job.
But there was no growth for any character.
No.
There was no... conclusion or story arc for any of the characters. So, I mean, as far as the story goes, well, it was silliness. I mean, it was just, let's make a movie about a bear that ingested a lot of cocaine and was tripping out in the woods.
Yeah. Guys, honestly, I was disappointed.
For me, this is one of those movies that wait for it to come on streaming on one of the streaming channels so you don't have to pay for it, and sit down with a big old bowl of popcorn, maybe have a drink or two, and watch some, and you just need to be brain dead for a while. This is a perfect movie for that.
All righty. Well, I want to thank everybody for all of your support. I hope your new year has been kicked off correctly and you're enjoying yourself right before spring here. We appreciate you so much and looking forward to seeing everybody at the movies.
Thank us a lot so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to our podcast. We really appreciate you. And if you haven't already done so, please tell a friend about the podcast. We'll see you at the movies.
See you at the movies.